So this morning about 5:30 a.m. I fetched a passenger from Bukit Batok to one of the condominium in the east. He was a old uncle, very old. Yeah, I would say about 70 plus lah, right? Clean shaven, very smart. No, I can see that he's a security guard. Yeah, and very cheerful, very sweet personality, and we have a long conversation. Yeah, because it's a long trip, right? About half an hour. And he was telling me that somebody called in sick, so he has to replace. Have to travel all the way to the east. Yeah, then I asked him, uncle, you so old already, why do you want to work? Not tired lah. He said tired lah, but bo pian, right? Even though he's 70 plus, still have to work because he has a special needs child at home that need money. Right? His spouse passed away about 5 years ago, and he's the only caregiver, so he need the money to take care, right? And yeah, I understand his situation lah, and say, wow, very good leh, you still working but got ask for help now, because I know Singapore there's some scheme from the government that can help out. I say yes, but not enough, right? A lot of things is very expensive. Yeah, and also working is good because he take times off. His care, taking care of the special needs child, right, is very, very draining. So it's so good to take some time off, right, and keep him active. I say yeah, very true lah. So he was not sad that he's working. Actually, I think he's full of energy and full of life, right? But that set me thinking, 70 plus and still working. Okay, first thing first, I didn't know that security guard has no age requirement, because I asked him, you can work 70 plus as a security guard. I say in Singapore, yeah, there's no age limit as long as you pass a medical kind of examination from the Singapore Police Force, right? Medically fit, then you can work. I like taxi, there's an age requirement. So that keep me thinking, in Singapore, how old do you have to work in order to then enjoy your life? 70? 80? I don't know. Right, it's not uncommon to see people well into their 70s still working, right? Be it in the security sector, right, driving, private hire, taxi, right, early 70s, cleaners, yeah. So yeah, I know there's a lot of people that work well into their late years. There are also people who work for fun because they're already fully retired but want to keep themselves active, right? Maybe doing some grassroots volunteer work, working in a temple or church, helping out, working in the nature society, be in some clubs or community centers. Yeah, but I'm talking in the sense that when can you retire comfortably without have to worrying about your life, your basic needs like food, water and shelter, right? You can stop working. When is it? You don't need to worry about this thing, right? But to me in Singapore, right, it seems like you have to work for a long time before you can really stop thinking about whether or not your basic needs are met. Right? For me, at least, I calculated. Right now, I'm in my 48, yeah, approaching 50s. By the time I clear my debt, I should be about 53, 54, hopefully. And then I have to start paying off my housing, right? After that, I have to save up because I have no more savings. I have no emergency fund. Realistically speaking, I need about 10 years. I don't think 10 years is enough to save up for retirement. 20 years? So meaning to say 75. And hopefully by then inflation hasn't even eaten up all the things that I've saved, right? And I don't know what will the economy become by then. So it's not a good thing to think about lah. I mean, if you really sit down and think about it, for my case at least, you know, it is definitely not that bright, yeah, but still I need to work something out, yeah. But I don't see myself stop working and no need to worry about my basic needs by 60 for sure. 10 years is not enough for me to prepare, right? I think 20 years is around there lah. Yeah. How about you? Yeah, what's your situation like? I'm actually very curious. Yeah, because this kind of thing very rarely people will talk about in coffee shop. Yeah, because every people cases and financial situation is different. Their lifestyle is different. Their needs is different. Some can retire very basic shelter and food. Some will require more things in their life, which is understandable. That will depend on your needs, right? Your lifestyle and your financial situation. Yeah, but for me personally, I just need a shelter that is good enough for both my wife and I, and no need to have a car. Public transport is fine, and food maybe once or twice a month, some nice food like sushi roll. I don't know. Yeah, and once a year maybe travel. That's all. Is that basic? Yeah, I think that's basic, right? So yeah, I think it's more or less like that lah. I probably have to work until 70 plus, like that old uncle I fetched this morning, well into my 75. Now if I cannot drive taxi, I'll be doing other things. I don't know if I can still do content by then, right? But come to think of it, it is quite sad, you know. I mean, in the ideal world, okay, let me repeat, ideally, so it's not the reality. In the ideal world is when we come to this earth, this beautiful planet earth, we maybe spend about 15 years of our life in education, preparing ourselves for society and work life. Then maybe after we gain all the knowledge, we then work in our productive years, give the society back using 30 years of our productive life. Yeah, so 15 plus 30, okay, make it 35, so 50 years. By then we should have payback, you know, everything I've got as a human to the society I operate in. Then I should not be able to worry about my basic needs, right? Because I already given back 30 years of my productive life to the society, right? Contributing whatever not I can give, right? Be it skill work, be it my leadership, or be it any other things that contribute to society. 30 years of my life, then I should be able to retire. But of course, brother and sister, we all know that's not the reality. Now, particularly in Singapore, it doesn't work like that. Because just imagine, everybody stop work at 50 or 60 years old. What happened? We got no natural resources, no. Yeah, we got nothing else except what? Except human capital. That's the only thing we have, right? And because of that, and probably because of that, we have to work and work, right, to sustain the system that we have now. Otherwise, how? Who is going to pick it up when we all retire, right? So I think this kind of work life retirement cannot escape one. It's like that. Yeah, it is like that. Tell me, what do you think of this? Yeah, working until 70s or 80s. If you have already retired by, I'm sure there are people who will tell me, wow, 30 years old I already retired, I got $2 million, right? By 50 I already playing golf and living my life. I'm sure there are people like that. Yes, of course, right? Not only in Singapore, all around the world, there will be people like that. I'm happy for them. Yeah. But sadly for the most of us is until we will be working, until well into our 70s and hopefully not until 80s. Yeah, but that's the reality of life. And if you are already in retirement, tell me, what I said, is it true? And if you want to give some thoughts, put it in the comments below. I don't know what I want to tell you guys about this. It's just it's a thought Is in my head lah. That it's like no way out. It's like that. It's fixed. Yeah. But no matter how I calculated, 75 is the earliest I can retire without thinking, about basic needs. Even then, I hope inflation don't eat into my income, as I said. So, well, till then, we still have to work, breathe, and live. Just be grateful that we're still alive, and let's jia you together. See you in my next one. Ciao, brother and sister.